Hold on, I'm gonna turn this. I don't know why it's... Nope. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Let me just move this around. Let's see if that's better. I'll just do it this way. I'll turn it around. There. Is that better? The direction? Thank you, Becky. Alright, let's see. Okay. Can everybody see okay? Alright, so last time I did something a little bit more complex, so this time I thought I'd switch it up and do something a little more simple. So I have a little bit of flooding on all of these cookies and then some details, and we have airbrushing today. So we're going to airbrush with the red, candy apple red. I absolutely love this color. I mean, look at it. It's so vibrant and pretty. I'm just like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh yes, that needs to be airbrushed. So today we're going to do a pirate, a skull pirate, a shark, a little diamond. You can see it's like sparkly. Gem, if you will, and then a pirate ship. So we've airbrushed this and added some bits of gold. So I'll start off with the skull. I'll start off with this. Alright, so on this one I just took a marker and drew, can you see where I'm at? Yes, you can. Drew where the hat would be and the bandana, as you can see, and the eyes here. And then I just took a marker and colored this in. This is one eye. And then this is the nose, which is basically, you know, an upside down heart. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're gonna flood over it anyway. And if you wanted to do another eye instead of the eye patch, you could do that as well. But on this one, I just did an eye patch. So, and we're gonna do this in sections. The first section we're gonna do, sorry, is this portion right here, the back section. So I like to use two different flood and an outline consistency of my icing, so this is the outline portion right here. So I'm just going to outline this top section real quick. Maybe. Sometimes it gets a little clogged if it gets dry. So I just like to go up, go around. Try and take my hand away so you can see a little better. All right, now we're going to fill that portion in. Can you hear me okay? This is the T&P Gold. Trying to flood so that you can see it. It's a little awkward. Okay, thank you, Sidney. I have my iPad on and I was just, I know I turned it all the way down, but I was wanting to make sure you could hear me. Hi, Deborah. So once I get this portion flooded, I'm going to go ahead and pop it in the dehydrator so it can set up a little quicker. And then we're going to go back and forth between the cookies. So it'll be, we're going to set it in the dehydrator. So give me just a moment. I'll be right back. All right. So next we're going to start work on the pirate ship. We're going to do this portion as well because I want both the pirate and the ship to be drying in the dehydrator so we can airbrush them in just a bit. So this is pretty much the same. I'm going to outline the sail. You'd think I'd know all the technical terms. But alas, I do not. I should though. I know I've mentioned this before, and those of you who didn't watch me last time, I think I might have mentioned it, but sweet trade is actually a term of piracy because I love pirates. I'm just going to flood this in. Hello, bunny. I am actually in the same city as Sidney. I am in Melbourne, Florida. That's where I live. It's a nice day today. It's a bit overcast today and humid. The humidity today is a little insane. I took these cookies outside earlier to take a photo, and it was like automatic sheen on them because of the humidity was so bad. Alright, we're almost done with this one. Okay, I'm going to pop this in the dehydrator. I'll be right back. Alright. And then next up we have the cute little shark. Isn't he cute? I saw him and he was just so chubby and I'm like, he needs to be a cookie today. Okay, so we're going to do the white portion first. Just getting that all out of the way. And as you can see, I've drawn everything on previously with an edible marker. And then on this one, after I flood it, well, I'll flood it first. Yeah, I thought I'd keep it simple on this set for you guys. That way, if you're wanting to make something quick and easy, these don't take a whole lot of time. And they're very summery, you know. I feel like pirates are a summer thing, but also a Halloween thing. So, and Halloween isn't that far. I mean, you could even do these with the orange Simi. You know, for Halloween, you could airbrush this orange instead of the red, and really do another, get a stencil and do skull and crossbones over it, and that would look really cool too. All right, I'm going to pop this in the dehydrator. And then this one, I made this one because it's a very simple cookie. So like if you were doing a set of cookies and you wanted some with a little more detail, like these two, some with, you know, middle of the road detail, you have that one. And then this one is, the gem is just really quick and easy. So, you know, you got a little sparkle and bang for your buck, but not a lot of work goes into it. So save you save your time, you know. And these cookies, these are my Snickerdoodle cookies. This is one of my best-selling cookies, best-selling flavor cookies. The one's really popular. And if you want that recipe, you can just message me at Sweet Trade Bakery, and I'll send it to you. I try not to be impatient when I flood my cookies. I try to keep the tip of the bag in the icing, but sometimes I get impatient and I just want to do this. Do you ever feel that way? I try not to, because it does make a difference if you just take it slow and steady, you know. Go back and forth where you need a little bit more icing, and so after I get this flooded in, Carol, yeah, you can relate. After I get this flooded in, we're gonna go ahead and get out the airbrush, and we're gonna get out the Simi Color Splash, and we're gonna go ahead and do some airbrushing. I love airbrushing. I used to want to airbrush like all the things. I haven't been as much into it as I was previously. So I think you go in phases, or at least I do. I don't know. Do you? Do you go in phases with what you like to do? Sorry, my hand was covering that up a little bit when I was flooding it. Okay, I'm going to pop this in dehydrator, and I'm going to go ahead and get out the pirate real quick. Actually, before... No, I'll do that. put paper towel down so I don't make quite a disaster of a mess. But otherwise, I'm going to set these over here. Alright, so you'll have to excuse the noise. Hopefully you can still hear me once I turn on the airbrush. Alright, so I only needed the I got the cookie cutters from JH Cookie Company. Yeah, JH. So I only needed a little bit of the candy apple red for airbrushing these. So, but I just thought it was the most fabulous color. Okay. All right. Yeah, these are tipless bags. One of them is, actually they're all from Bee's Baked Art Supplies. Okay. So I just like to go around the edge first, and if I need to go in the middle I will. And then I like to go back around the edge again to darken it some. And I'm not too concerned with getting it on the cookie, of course, because we're going to flood that later. But see how vibrant that red is? It's insane. I love it. And I'll go around the edges again. You know, on something like this, you could actually also add a little bit of brown or a little bit of black or even gray to deepen the outside of the edges. If you wanted to give it a little bit more of a rustic look. I'm going to get the pirate ship real quick. See, if you wanted to do an ombre, you could even just do it like that. Leave it, that would look cool, and do like black up there. That would look cool. Or even a sunset one. Wouldn't that look cool if you did a sunset sail? You do the yellow first, and then orange, and then the red. That would look fabulous. More like a Goonies type of feel, you know? I know some people wait till their icing is dry before airbrushing, but as you can see, I don't. Okay. Alright, you see that only took a little bit of airbrush color. And I actually even tried the white in my icing today. I did try that, and And it was, because I normally put white in my icing anyway, AmeriColor white, and I thought, oh, I'll just try this. Worked fine. So now I'm going to I guess I could do that. Work on the boat. A ship, rather. Pirate boat, pirate ship. So I'm just going to outline my circles here and then outline the boat. And I don't feel these have to be perfect. My style cookie normally isn't. But I feel like with pirate ships, they're all rough and rugged. And so if your circles aren't perfectly symmetrical, I feel like it doesn't really matter. As you see, the one closed in, so I'll probably scrape that one off and do that one again. Okay, if you could just message me, I'll send you the Snickerdoodle recipe. There, now I'm going to fill this in. That's probably going to fill in again. My icing's a little thin, but that's okay. I'll show you what I do. What I'll do to fix it, and it'll be fine. I try not to worry when things like that happen because, one, they're cookies, and two, they're cookies. I think there are more important things to stress over. And big picture, once you're done, it'll still look good, so. Alright, so you can see that hole's closed up. See, I like when things like this happen in tutorials because then you have problem solving. Well, what do you do now? Do I want to scrape it off again? No. So I'll just pipe the black hole in it. I'll go ahead and do these two. So you have more of a wet on wet technique instead of it drying and having this separation, you have more wet on wet. And that's okay. We'll pipe this line. One up here. Go ahead and do the flag. Okay, and then I'll come back later and do that section. Okay. We'll go ahead and do the skull portion. We'll outline the eye. We'll outline the nose. We'll come back and do the bandana afterwards. Now, if you wanted to do a mouth, you could do a mouth as well. Alright, I'll go set this in the dehydrator real quick. And I'll bring back the gem. Changed my mind. I brought back the shark instead. Thank you. Yeah, they're just cute, simple cookies. I love this little shark. I think Shark Week is coming up too, isn't it? I believe it is. I think they saw recently, I read an article yesterday. They saw a great white over here in Palm Bay. Palm Bay is just around the corner from where I live, so I was like, oh. I love Shark Week cookies. I should do some Shark Week cookies. One year for my sister's birthday, my sister loves sharks and all things Shark Week. I made her a Mother's Day set. You may have seen it if you follow my page. It was, instead of the word mom, it was M and then a shark, like coming at you, his face, and then another M. So she flipped when she got those cookies. And I had a really good time doing them because I hadn't seen anything like that before. I just morphed the mom cutter and a forward-facing shark. And then I did, you know, like regular ocean stuff to go along with it. But I had a lot of fun with that. So I'm going to put this in the dehydrator. And then when it sets up a bit, we'll come back. We'll do the eye and we'll do the little gills. So this one's just simple. When I said this was an easy filler cookie, this definitely is. Because all we're going to do is draw some lines on it and add some sparkle. I used the Sugar Art White Diamond Dust. But you could also use Magic Colors, Pixie Dust, Snow White. So depending on what look you were going for. I'll just use this one this time. But this one has, the previous gem has both of them on there. So I'll just draw some lines and then, so it's pretty much just connecting this line to this edge to that edge to that, and then the other way, the opposite direction. So slow and steady, up and drop, touch, up, drop, and then I like to turn the cookie to make it easier on me. And then we're just going to do the same thing. Yeah, I like the white diamond dust. It's pretty. I have a thing with sparkle. I love sparkle. So once that's done, I'm just gonna, which it is. This is good for like diamonds and weddings and stuff like that too. I don't know if you can really see it. Anyway, that's that one, and then that's finished. Granted, I got a little break there. Not that it's the end of the world, but fix it. There. All right. So that's done. Okay. I'm just gonna go get the cookie. Actually, we can do some more on this. I'm gonna do black right here. All right. Touch that with my finger just a little bit. So really, it doesn't matter what color you do this next portion because you're going to paint it gold anyway. So I'm going to do it white anyway. Or I guess I could do it black. You know what? I'm going to do it black. I'm going to do it different than this one. We'll leave it black and then we'll do the crossbones up there like that. I like to do them a little different. We'll do this first. So we'll do the eye patch. And there's the eye patch. We'll do the headband. I like to wiggle it back and forth like this. Just one, you can get some oomph to your bandana, and two, it can be popping those bubbles if you have any air bubbles. There. Okay. And then I'm just going to wait for this portion for it to set up a little bit. We'll do the eye, and then the gills. I need to off to the side. Okay. All right. So he's done pretty much right now. When he would be, my grammar is atrocious today. When it would set up, you could use, excuse this, I dropped airbrush color on it. I'd use the Sugar Amore and dust his little cheek, and then I would take a marker and do the eyebrow and then do the eye. I can't do it right now just because it's not set up enough, but that's what you could do. But for now, he's done. And this, let's see. Alright, so you could, this one I piped on here. Did it lock up? Yeah, this one I just piped on here directly on the cookie, and these ones were transfers, as you can see. This one I've cracked a little bit, but I might be able to get it off. Let me see. Yeah, I think I will be. And you could just slide it on there. Oh no. That's not a crack. It's a piece of fluff. Alright, I got it off. Alright, oh, look at that. Look what I did. Well, yeah. It's okay. Hold on, we'll fix it. Well, it's not perfect, but this is just for you guys to watch me do a cookie anyway. Nobody's eating these, so that doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, so you see it's not quite set up all the way. I'll put some more stuff on there. I don't want to put it so low down here, it'll just look weird. There. All right. So I have a brush here that I only use for gold. I'm going to paint this all gold. It's just Everclear and T&P gold this is. Like I said, these aren't going to be eaten. These are just for doing this video today. You know, and I think this would be good since we did wet on wet with the gray and the black. It would be good to outline it again. There, I like that. So that one's done. And the shark is done. Let me go get the skeleton. So I think on this one, we did white skull and crossbones. I think we're going to do black on this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right? You see the same thing, but just done a different way. And then we'd let that set up, and then we'd pipe that one. And of course, it'd have to be drier, and we could dust the cheeks again, just like I mentioned on the shark. So overall, oh, and the freckles that I did, this was just a marker that I used to do the freckles on the pirate and on the shark. I like to put freckles on everything. So that is the set. Sorry about my little boo-hoo there. But that's the whole set. If you guys have any questions or anything else, just drop me a line, or Sidney, or I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for your time.